How do you win with that team?
We did it on Friday night in Utica. Scored 5. It's too easy to say we don't have the players because we've shown that we can score more goals. We've shown that we can play a lot better than that. Utica obviously isn't the best team in the league, but at the same time, they've won a lot. They've beaten a lot of good teams, and they play a lot better now after a bad start. So I just think that we let ourselves off the hook too easy. We look around the locker room and say, we don't have this guy or that guy. And, I don't think enough guys take responsibility on themselves to ensure the success of our team. And until we start doing that man for man, we're going to have the same results we did tonight.
Well, Drew Bagnall said there just wasn't enough, compete level or intensity in the battles, and that was. Did you win 10 puck battles tonight?
It didn't feel like it. That's for sure. It started with, they're a good team. They're a big and heavy team, and you got to be willing to pay the price if you want to create offense against their D-core. And they got 4 lines up front that are as good as any 4 in this league for sure, in terms of depth and scoring. So, if you don't play a certain way, you're going to be chasing the puck all night. That's what I felt like we did.
You might be short on your depth and such, but the top line, it seems like these are 3 players who should be the top line players here. In terms of an effort, do you need more from those guys, especially when they have to be relied upon in a game like this?
I think it's, I'm certainly not letting them off the hook because they got to be our best players, no question about it. But when you take, 7 or 8 penalties, and Baroni and Luke Adam are your first penalty killers, and you've only really got 4 penalty killers, you keep putting them out there 8 times. By the time you get to trying to score a goal, it gets really difficult. So one is you got to stay out of the box. If you're a 4th line player, you can't take 2 minor penalties in the offensive zone. That's hockey 101. And we just haven't figured that out yet. You can't take penalties in the offensive zone, period. But we seem to be doing that, and we shoot ourselves in the foot.
And even when you do get some pressure, season low in shots.
Yeah, and I'll give them credit at the other side of it. They do a good job of blocking shots. They do a good job of boxing out. They got a physical D-core, and we knew that going in. And we certainly got to get more pucks to the net. And a big part of our offense is going to be grinding pucks low and creating power play situations so we can get our best players out on the ice with a man advantage. And we just didn't do a very good job of that tonight.
Is there a particular reason for the penalties tonight, either laziness or whatever?
I'd have to go back and watch. I thought a couple of them were probably playing hard but not very smart. We're using our sticks in spots where we got to move our feet. And then a couple of them were behind the play where I couldn't really see them. So, it's not that you can go back and nitpick at why we took them, but either way, they're not good.
How do you change that for Friday?
How do we change that for Friday? I can't change it. The guys in the room got to change it. They got to decide that they're pissed off because we just lost a hockey game that, quite honestly, we could have won if we wanted to put the effort into. And until guys get pissed off enough to come back and play the right way, play the way that we need to, compete for 60 minutes, and it's not every guy. There are guys out there that are competing, but not everybody is, and we need guys to stop being passengers, and you got to be part of the solution.
It seemed early on that it was pretty locked in, and then it seemed after the bad goal it was pretty locked in too, outside of a bad bounce. What did you think of his overall play? Obviously, the one goal is, he said it's unacceptable. But
yeah,
outside of
no
that,
question.
it seemed like
there were 3 mistakes before that goal was even scored, where we stopped forechecking because we were waiting for time to run out. That our defenseman beaks up because he thinks time's going to run out, and then our defenseman who's back stops playing because he thinks time's going to run out, and their guy just finishes the play, and it's a soft shot on net that Matt wants back, but there were a lot of mistakes in front of him too. I thought his game was solid. He kept us in it early. Their power play got some great chances early in the game, and he made some huge saves. But he's got to make that save too. It's the same as every other player. You've got to do your job, and that's what his job is.